Hello. I made a video game. I'm making a video game. I guess it's not technically done yet. Anyways, this is Knocking on Death's Door. Hang on, This is Knocking on Death's Door. So this is a game that I made pretty much in 2 days. There's no music to it yet, and we'll cover why in just a sec. And this is kind of just showing you how I made this game. So first of all, this is what the game looks like. And this is the entirety of the game right here. This is it. This is what the game is. You're literally knocking on death's door. And the game only ends when you get caught by the Grim Reaper. Which looks like this. Which looks like this. Which looks like this. My score was 75. And yeah, that's what I made. But how? But how did I make this glorious game? Well, sit back and I'll tell you. So, it's actually a very simple game. I did all the pixel art in Sprite, and I'm using Game Boy Studio to make it. I should say, it's already been made. This scene is pretty simple. It's just push the button, changes to this scene. This scene also pretty simple, but we'll get to that last. This one is the one that took me so long to figure out what to do. So we'll cover the sprites first. The player sprite, it's kind of hard to see because it's white on a white background. I guess if I did this and just change the color, it's got two different frames of animation. Frame 1 is fist up in the air, and frame 2 is fist punching door with little, I don't know what to call those, action thing, I don't know, impact frames, sure. And that's it. That's all it is. The skull is actually a 4-frame animation rather. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not animating. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Yeah, so the skull is in a constant state of animation. Like the skull is always moving back and forth. And I'm gonna be honest, I did not spend a whole lot of time working on the skull. Or the player character, as you could tell. The one thing that I did spend too much time working on is the door, which you'll see as door 2. There's a reason for that. And it's just, there's no animation. It's just one frame of just a bunch of black lines. It looks like like what you would expect a Minecraft jellyfish to look like. And the reason for that is kind of funny. If we go back in here, it's to cover up the door, the actual door. And these gaps in between the black bars are actually the railing. I forgot the word railing. So it's basically a shadow of a door to hide, and it looks like there's nothing there now. On this, the main scene itself, nothing too exciting. It's making sure that the animation starts on frame 0, which is just with this fist raised in the air, and it's resetting all the variables to false. I've only got 2 variables. One is death, one is score. And if we go into this trigger up here, whenever the player enters this trigger, which he starts on automatically, and you press the A button, there's a lot of stuff going on in this one. This is where all the main gameplay loop takes place. So it starts by animating the player sprite. No, so it's the frame to 1, that's him punching on the door, wait point 1 second, and then frame back to 0 is fist up. That's it. That's it. And then increment the score variable by 1. That's exactly what you would assume. That's your score. And there's a reason that I have it set to a variable. Then things get a little complicated from there. I have, the best way to describe this is imagine like a 20-sided dice, a d20. Every time you press the A button, you roll the dice. And that's what this random number generator does, is it makes it actually random. If you roll a 1, what it does is it triggers the death. So it hides actor 2, which is the door, like the door shadow. Wait for 1 second, and then moves the skull out to this point, which is highlighted by that red box. And then it turns the skull on. And there's a reason that I hide it. There's a reason that I hide the skull, like I push it back. And I'll explain why in just a sec when we get to this bottom trigger down here. And then it waits for 0.5 seconds. If you are standing in this box where the blue bar is, when the skull pops its head out, and after the 0.5 seconds, then it'll take you over to this game over screen, because you've been caught by death. Now if you're not standing here, the only other place you can be standing is here. Oops. Yeah, if you're not standing there, then it's going to wait for 2 seconds while the skull like animates looking back and forth. And then it's going to hide the skull, drag it back to where it is currently. After half a second, it's going to reactivate Actor 2, which is the door. And that's basically just pushing it right here. So the door disappears. Like, that's it. How do you avoid detection? By pressing the B button, of course. B equals hide. And all that does is it just drags you to this spot right here. That's it. That's nothing crazy. But this trigger, when you're within this trigger, it's going to take away all of that A button script. Like, nope, the trigger. Wait, that was the trigger. Yeah, it's going to get rid of all of this script. Yeah, so this is the A button script in its entirety. But when you're into this trigger, all of that gets turned off. And you're switching the B button. Now the B button has its own complex. It's not complex. It looks complex, but it's actually really simple. It's just an if statement. So the reason that I hide the skull back here is because if it was, if it's out where that red rectangle is, and you press the B button, then it's going. Then you're getting caught. Like you're the B button will send you back up to where this blue bar is. And if the skull is out, it's going to see you, and you're gonna get caught, and this game over. So you got to wait for the skull to disappear to get sent back up to this blue bar safely. And that's it. And then that's going to take you right back to this orange trigger here where the A button script starts back over. And then finally, in the game over screen, it's going to deactivate the player because you don't want to see it. This fade screen, whatever. It's going to display your score, which is what this variable, why I keep the score on a variable. And it's going to show up as an actual number, not as, not the $3 signs. So for example, if you knock on the door 27 times and then accidentally get caught by the skull because you didn't see the door open or whatever, then it's going to take you to the game over screen. It's going to show you that your score was 27. And then you just press the A button, it'll take you right back to this blue bar right here. And that's pretty much it. There is no, I mentioned this at the beginning, there is no sound. The reason for that is because I started to write music for the game, and I did not continue writing music for the game. And I even have, I'll play I wrote 2 songs here. I want to make sure that it's loud enough that you can actually hear it. But this is song 1 that doesn't have a name. And that's the entire song right there. That's it. Part of the reason I didn't finish this song is because it's done in 3/4 time. For all my music nerds out there, it's done in 3/4 time, and the built-in music thing, I think it's called a tracker, is meant to be in 4/4 time. So like, it's difficult to make a song in 3/4 time on this and have it loop perfectly. But also, I don't know how to do ragtime music quite like this. Like, I don't want to just have this same pattern throughout the entire song. I want it to be a little different. So that's where song 2 comes in. Now song 2 is also in 3/4 time. But I think it sounds a lot cooler. I'll play it for you real quick. I really just like how that sounds. I think this would be a good like title screen. And then this one would be good like main game. Let's do that. Let's do that real quick. Music, play music track. Main one, cool. Music. Play music track. Main 2, cool. Let's give this a go. I scored 60. Oh, we were so close. We were so close to perfection. Okay. There we go. I think that's good. I think this is knocking on death's door. Thanks for oh, I forgot to mention. I did this for a game jam called Jamsepticeye, hosted by Jacksepticeye. And I don't expect to win any prizes or anything. Honestly, this wasn't even the first idea. The first idea I had became much too large in scale and scope to do in 5 days. So I went with a cuter little a clicker game, I guess is what that is, without any clicking. So I will leave a link in the description if you want to play this. Rate it on the jam page. Let me know what you think. Put your thoughts in there. I can't imagine there's much to say about it, but you might find something. Okay, I'm done now. Bye.